Welcome to the Slowdown, a space to pause, breathe, and come back to yourself. I'm Catherine, and each episode will take a few minutes to slow down, check in with our bodies and minds, and find a little ease in our day. So grab a warm drink, get comfy, and let's settle in together. Hey, how are you doing this week? We are going through our second round of sickness, so bear with me through this. This past week has been full of wondering and curiosity, and coming at this from a place without judgment. The main idea that came forward when thinking about what I wanted to talk about this week was awareness. There are so many things vying for our attention at all times. And like I mentioned last week, it's so easy to be pulled in all of the directions. But something landed differently for me a few days ago while I was petting my dog. We got her in 2020 during the pandemic when my kids were just 11 months old and 2 years old. It's easy to look at these types of things like adding a dog as adding responsibility to our plate, which, don't get me wrong, is true. But this week, my perspective shifted a bit. Bringing Molly home was adding to my already very full plate, but she's also an invitation towards presence. So here I am with a reminder that not everything that calls for our attention drains us. Some things offer us a way back to ourselves. We have so much choice in where our attention goes, and we also have choice in how we perceive what's in front of us. That doesn't mean that it's always easy, but it's empowering to remember the agency we hold in our lives. So this week, try taking a small mental inventory. Notice not only what you spend your time doing, but how you feel when you're doing it. What is your social media algorithm reflecting back to you? Anxiety, outrage, maybe joy or calm? What kind of media are you consuming? And how does it land in your body? Who are you interacting with? And how do you feel when you're with them? And maybe most importantly, what do you want to feel more of in your life? Thinking about these things, not to shame ourselves or feel like we should be doing something else, but from a place of getting real with ourselves. Can you believe that it is December already? December can often feel rushed, busy, and overwhelming, which is why now is the perfect time to start wondering about these things. Winter is a time of slowing down and going inward. It's the perfect time to set an intention for how you want this next season to feel. What do you want to focus on? In my mind, this is step one. When we get clear on how we want to feel and where we want our attention to go, we create a compass for ourselves. From there, the movement becomes more intentional. We can make decisions that support our nervous system. We can find or create the community that we need. We can choose practices that anchor us. And we can say yes with more conviction and no with more ease. Clarity leads to choice, and choice leads to a season that feels like it's truly yours. So let's get into our somatic practice for this week. I'm calling it awareness as a homecoming. So we'll start by arriving. Find a comfortable position, either seated or lying down, and let your body start to settle. Notice where your weight meets the floor or the chair. There's no need to change anything yet. We're just becoming aware of what's already here. Slowly let your eyes move around the room. Let your gaze land on 3 things that you see around you. A warm light, maybe a soft blanket or a plant. Feel your body's response as your awareness moves outward. Any small softening, breath shifting, or settling. And then start to bring your attention to your breath as it is. Notice where it naturally moves. Maybe you notice it in your chest, your ribs, or your belly. Instead of trying to deepen or fix it, simply witness it. Let the breath become a point of contact with the present moment. Then choose one area of your body that is calling for your attention. Maybe your hands, your jaw, your shoulders, and bring gentle awareness there. Ask yourself, what's the quality of sensation here? Is it warm, cool, tight, spacious, tingly, or numb? There's no right answer. It's all just information. If it feels supportive, offer that spot a small micro adjustment. Maybe softening the jaw, rolling the shoulders, unclenching the hands. Then notice the sensation after the shift. Turn your attention now inward toward your emotional landscape. You don't have to name anything specific. Maybe just ask, how is my heart today? Sense the texture of your emotional body. Maybe light, heavy, quiet, buzzing, uncertain, or grounded. Let whatever is here be welcome. Gently remind yourself, I have choice in where my awareness goes. And feel what happens in your body when you land on that truth. Awareness becomes agency, and agency becomes ease. Now place a hand on your heart or your belly or wherever you feel called to. Take one slow breath in and let a long, soft exhale go. Thank yourself for noticing, because awareness is the first step towards coming home to yourself. Now let's get curious with some journal prompts. What am I consuming? Media, conversations, environments, or meals? And how does each one make me feel? What is one thing I'd like to bring more conscious awareness to this week? What is something I'm overlooking that might actually be supporting me? And where am I spending energy out of habit rather than intention? All of these prompts will be in the show notes below. I am working on a little project that I'm very excited about. A space where we can come together to slow down, reconnect, and support each other in living more intentionally. It will include gentle practices like yoga and meditation, alongside opportunities to reflect and connect with others. I'm still shaping it, but I can't wait to share more soon. As you move through this week, I invite you to pay attention to what feels nourishing and what feels draining to you. Notice the moments when your breath softens or your shoulders drop. Notice the places where you feel yourself tightening or pulling away. Let these small flashes of awareness be information, not judgment. They're gentle nudges showing you what supports your nervous system and what asks too much of it. Awareness can simply be checking in, choosing again, and letting yourself move towards what feels a little more spacious and a little more true. I'm so glad you are here. If this episode supported you, I would love it if you subscribed and left a rating. It helps me reach more people who might benefit from it. Thank you.